It's week 6 of the NFL, and we've got a showdown in the NFC North. It's the Vikings and the Bears. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these.
The Bears defense ready to go and in good form coming off the shutout a week ago. And the one we'll be watching is this man at linebacker.
And he had a great game a week ago. Just about everybody on this unit did in the shutout. It's going to be a tough performance to replicate, but this group, they believe they're up to the challenge.
First play and a first pass for Cousins. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
On second down, Cousins again. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allow the completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him. Because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
The Chicago defensive unit back out there. Nothing on the scoreboard for either side here. 0-0 in the opening quarter as this next drive gets underway. They go play action. Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long. To throw is Cousins. And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety.
All right, but reduces wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
Back out is the Bears defense. They, you might remember, forced a safety last time they were out there, so they're playing with some confidence now as this drive begins with a first down. Throw left side complete. That's Osborne. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 12, but he will also lead to 4th down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're...
The Chicago defensive unit back out there. They've had the upper hand so far this first half of play, working with a good lead already as they look to defend this first down. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Back out is the Bears defense. They had that strip a moment ago that led to the return for a score, so they're playing free and easy now as they try to shut down this offense again. First down. Here's Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line of the red zone. He already had the one fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
The Chicago defensive unit back out there. They've looked good so far. This whole team has, for that matter, in the midst of a big first half as this next drive begins 1st and 10. A first down throw for Cousins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Cousins. Over the middle and complete to Addison. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today.
Back out is the Bears defense. And after their guys were forced to punt a moment ago, they'll try to force one of their own here as this drive begins with a first down. Cousins now to throw on first down. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Cousins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. The Chicago defensive unit back out there. They've done a really nice job of slowing the tempo of this offense, and as a result, they've got a comfortable 3rd quarter lead as this next drive begins 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. Oh, it shifts past him. And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, Hunt. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 62 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Cousins sees something. He's going to change this around. There he goes, right side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Hunt will try going up the middle. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple, and that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Back out is the Bears defense. They've got the upper hand in terms of field position as this drive starts inside the offense's 10-yard line. Cousins on first down. Addison hauls it in. Three quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings first down as he's going to get this up to the 20-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Cousins now. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. They'll throw again. Cousins. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Cousins to throw it. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and on the season now. That is 9 sacks for him.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. Oh, now an injured player down there, and this is not what you want to see. That's Justin Jefferson, who's having some issues. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, Cousins. Finding Hockenson here on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now Cousins. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing, Cousins. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called?
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Bears, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.